Okay, I'm Mallory and I'm with Eat Smart Idaho, and today we're here to talk about eating out, meaning eating at restaurants, eating meals that are not prepared in your home. So, with that said, I'm going to begin sharing my PowerPoint with you. Let's see. It's always a struggle, huh? Share sound. Share from beginning. Go. Okay, can everyone see the PowerPoint? You can give a thumbs up, that's fine. Okay, cool. All right, so throughout this whole thing, feel free to participate. You can use the chat box or you can unmute since there's not many of us and just kind of shout out your answer. I will be having Kaylee, my supervisor, on here help monitor the chat, so she might be responding. So yes, eating out. We all do it. We all love it. It's not all created equal. So we're just going to talk about that a little. And none of it is wrong and none of it is right. So I don't want you to feel bad about what you're eating. Okay. So first, before we start the lesson, we are going to do a little activity. So I'm going to show you a menu and you're going to either write down or brainstorm in your head 5 healthy choices that you see on this menu, and then 5 less healthy choices, and then kind of brainstorm why you're thinking that. So I chose Cafe Rio because I love Cafe Rio. It's kind of a local restaurant. They use pretty good ingredients sourced locally. And I believe that there are really good options on here. If you could just take a few minutes and jot down what you're thinking or brainstorm, and then we'll come back together and discuss that. So 5 good things, 5 things that you think are healthy choices, and 5 things that are maybe a little less healthy. Okay, has everyone had a moment to think, or anyone need longer? We're good. Okay, awesome. So, any thoughts? Let's start with the healthier options. You can write them down in the chat or talk. Salad. Okay, yes. Yeah, we all kind of have this idea that salads are healthy, right? Salad and the taco. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. Beans. Yes. Good. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Any other ideas? Guacamole. Yes, that's my favorite. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about these. So first thing is, oh, cheese has protein. Yes, you're right. Cheese has protein. Okay, so salad, let's even look at the picture on it. It looks like lots of greens, lots of variety, lots of different vegetables even. I do see guacamole on there. Yes, that's good. So yeah, those are all great options, but remember that not all salads are created equal. So there are ways to make this salad not as healthy, right? It can really add up if you're adding lots of cheese or high fat cheese instead of low fat cheese, if you're doing like 3 times the amount of guacamole, if you're doing sour cream and a creamy dressing. There is a difference between like a creamy dressing and like one made out of like a vinaigrette. So vinaigrette is more like olive oil and vinegar or citrus. Those are my favorites, just because it's a nice zing instead of like a kind of heavy. So that's good. We see beans. Yes, beans are full of fiber. They're a great addition to any meal. They're full of protein, so you can have a vegetarian meal. Also a lot less expensive if you're looking for a nice low budget eat out. What else do we see? Tacos. Yes, tacos are great. Tacos are just a vessel for anything, right? So you can load it up with vegetables. This one I see here on this picture, it has lots of tomatoes, onions, lettuce. You can add jalapenos, everything else. But same with the salad, you know, the more you add on, the more potential it has to be less healthy, as we're calling that. So yeah, awesome. Any other comments or questions on the healthy options? Okay, let's move on to the less healthy. Everyone put down their thoughts in the chat box on what could maybe be the less healthy options. Yep, okay. You all know this already. That's great. Okay, so quesadilla. Yes. So a lot of times you can't get quesadilla without cheese. That's kind of the deal. So a lot of times it's like loaded with cheese and the way they're cooking it. So the way you cook a quesadilla is you fry it in oil usually over a hot skillet to get that nice crispiness. But I would argue that it depends because look at that quesadilla. It's served with guacamole, lettuce. You could have rice and beans on the side. So it really depends on your portions, which we'll get into a little bit. Let's see what else we have here. We have the creamy sauces. Yes, the creamy sauces can be very tricky if you have a lot of them, and especially if you have other options like the vinaigrettes at your disposal instead. Smothered burrito. Yes, that could potentially be less healthy just because of how big it is and how much you're putting on top of it and the sauces. A lot of times it's stuffed with meat and a lot less vegetables, right? We're looking for those like really colorful plates that we see, like the salad and even the taco. Kaylee says higher fat meats. Yes. So, and Nikki also said the pork and the sweet pork and the sweet sauce. Yes. So yes, you're right. We want to choose a lot more lean meats usually, and that includes chicken. The beef and the sweet pork are higher fat meats, more red meats. So we do want to limit those a little bit. So if we're looking for a healthier option on this menu, it would be chicken, right? Or vegetarian, the beans. Let's see. Oh, and the sauce. Yes, the sauce is full of added sugars, super tasty, you know. But if we have lots and lots of that, that's a lot of added sugar to our diet where we're not really expecting it. Marshall says enchiladas. It can depend on how it's cooked. Yes, exactly. Just like the quesadilla, the enchilada could be cooked with a lot more oils, a lot more meat, a lot more cheese, things like that. Oh, Wesley, good idea. I was going to get to that later. Wesley says if they ordered a large meal, you can take half of it home. Yes, yeah. Every time I order the burrito, I save half of it. I try and I just can't, which is probably a good thing. Okay, great. Thank you everybody for participating in that. I hope it gets you a little hungry for dinner. I get super hungry when I think of Cafe Rio. Okay, but we are talking about eating out, but I just want to throw this in here that, eating more meals at home is super, super important. That's what we want to stress. But we all know that we all eat out. So what can we do in those situations where we can make it a healthier choice for yourself? So when we're eating at home, we're looking for, we're able to get more variety because we're choosing. We're not just limited to like an add-on of lettuce or jalapenos, for example, at Cafe Rio. We're looking for healthier choices at home. We're able to choose those foods in the store and bring them home. We often eat more fruits and vegetables when we're preparing them ourselves. There's less fat when we prepare them ourselves. A lot of times at restaurants, why it tastes so good is because they use a lot of fat, a lot of salt, a lot of sugar, and that's kind of what makes it a treat is eating out. A lot of times when you eat at home, you're making yourself smaller portions. You might make a giant portion for your whole family or friends, but you're only eating what you want, a small portion. But when you're given a really big burrito, you might be tempted to eat it all. You're given that portion is right in front of you. And of course, it's a better social interaction in some ways. You're cooking with your family or friends or the people you live with, and hopefully sitting down together and enjoying it. Oh, and my favorite part, you save money. Eating out is really, really expensive. So it's just another incentive to stay home and cook together. All right, let's move on.
Marshall shared an idea of stir fry is healthy and nice to make.
Oh yes, I love stir fry. Good idea, Marshall. Yes, stir fry can be super. You can make any type of flavor, right? You want broccoli stir fry. You want more of like you can use sweet peas, sweet peppers, just like literally any kind of vegetable and throw it in with a little soy sauce, low sodium soy sauce, and you have a stir fry, right? And some rice, a whole grain rice, that being that. What about school meals? I'm not sure about that. You want to clarify?
Okay. Yep.
How am I supposed to like stay healthy? Because my school chalks it full of calories and like unhealthy things. Probably like once a month they throw something healthy in there, but like there's nothing healthy.
Nothing healthy. Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah. I mean, a lot of times you can look ahead at the schedule, maybe the menu, and really make your decisions there, kind of. Like sometimes they have other options maybe, or no, they don't. Is there any way you can ask for other things? I don't know, maybe Kaylee has a better perspective.
Some of the schools do have guidelines they're required to follow with their meals. A lot of the school district, we've done a project with some of the schools looking at their menus and stuff, and some of them do offer like a salad option instead of the regular main dish that they're serving. Maybe ask, like Mallory said, asking about certain other options they might have available. I don't know what school district you're in, but I know several of them at Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Kellogg. Okay. I don't know if you've asked about if they do have a side option beside their main choice. That's probably your best way to go. They are required to offer fruits and vegetables with their service. And
Yeah, maybe
a
you could ask for
portion
2
of
fruits
whole
and
grains.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
That's a
I would
really
think
good question.
some of the best things to do would be to just ask if they have other
Mhm.
options and stuff, and seeing what they would do to accommodate things that you'd like to see. And even you could email the nutrition services director and see if they're willing to incorporate ideas from students as far as ideas they might have that they would enjoy
Oh.
seeing on the menus.
So with my school, thanks to COVID, they prepare the meals way before. Like I don't even know when they prepare it. But like when I come during breakfast, it's set out on a styrofoam tray and they hand it to you. During lunch, it's in a to-go box, and whatever's in the to-go box you have to take with you.
Yeah, COVID's been rough on, I think, the lunch service at a lot of the schools, because they're trying to do their best to do kind of grab and go, and they're not able to do as much variety and stuff as some of the schools have been doing. Hopefully, as things improve, the service options will improve and stuff with that.
Right. I do see Wesley says that when they ask for another option, it is like a sugary PBJ. That's probably not your best bet, and you can't really take extra fruit and veggie. Right. So it's kind of an obstacle to work around, and that's kind of what we're dealing with when we're eating out, is like you're set with this limited menu, and you're trying to pick and choose from that. And if you kind of have to weigh your options sometimes, and like, is this really best for me, and what does it really provide? Yeah, sorry to hear about that, but I also wonder maybe where else maybe not for your lunch, but like for other meals that you're eating out, or other meals that you're bringing home or making at home, how can we add more fruits and vegetables and whole grains in that way, to kind of compensate for those areas where you can't really make those decisions, right? So good points. Thank you for sharing. Let's move on. So this is just talking about eating on the run has become normal, right? So we're out, we're hungry, we're gonna stop through a fast food place. Super normal. And let me get to my page. Okay, so we're all busy, and these are options that we have, and how can we prepare for these situations? Should we have maybe like, we know this one spot is like a good place, and we know that we can make good healthy options there. So kind of like route that out in your mind. Like, I know I'm going to be hungry. I know I can't bring my own food. So this is one option I have that I can, make good choices. Oh, Nikki said something. Making meals beforehand, maybe crock pot meals or pre-made healthy food. Yes, those are all great options. But even in those situations, we still end up in those on the run. So as much as we prepare, we still are here. So that is okay, and we just want to be prepared. All right, let's see the next one. So this is kind of along the same thoughts of think before you order. Think about how hungry you are, read the menu carefully. You know, sometimes it's like in a drive-through and you're like really rushed, or there's a big line, or you just, you know, are in a hurry. You can always ask like that. Like I've never been like turned down for asking anything, like, because I can't have dairy, so I'm always asking all these weird questions, and they are totally fine with it, no matter where I go. So don't be afraid to ask for more vegetables even, or like swapping out your sides, things like that. Okay, let's move on. Come on. Okay, so this is kind of along, oh, did I miss a comment? Oh, Wesley says, every fast food place has their menu online with all the allergens. Yes, this is great. Also, things are like you order online now, right? The menu is online. You don't even have to like go there. You can have it delivered to you. You can like have it for pickup. So yeah, that too for me has been really great, looking online and ordering it specifically, and like you can put notes down there a lot of times. Yeah, that's a really good point, Wesley. Okay, so for choosing healthy options, we kind of went over this a little bit when we saw the menu, but I want to point out some key things that we can do. So for the salad dressings, we can ask for them on the side. We can ask for the vinaigrettes, like we were talking about, instead of creamy. This is a fun one. You can ask for salsa with your baked potato instead of like sour cream or butter. Kind of make it like a Southwest baked potato. That's fun. You can even ask for mayonnaise instead of, opposite. You can ask for mustard instead of mayonnaise on sandwiches. Those are some good ideas. Does anyone have any other things that they like to do for choosing healthy options? Maybe swaps, or just your preference of flavor even. Ooh, okay. Side salad instead of fries. Yes, that's a really good one. And a lot of times these like swaps don't cost more, but there is a possibility they do cost more. But that's a really great one. Having fries, having not a fried, another fried food with you, like your hamburger, you have a side salad. So adding some more vegetables in. Great. Karina says, I order to go and I always use the home sauces like sugar-free ketchup. Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. You have your stock of condiments at home and you use those ones. Nikki says, I use red wine vinegar on sandwiches instead. Oh, never done that. That's cool. Okay. Share some pointers with us all. Nice. All right. Those are great things. More healthy option ideas. Again with a baked potato, but having a baked potato as a side instead of French fries. I mean, they're still potatoes, but again, it's the preparation, like that quesadilla versus a taco, right? French fries are fried in oil, a lot of extra oil and salt, and baked potatoes, baked way healthier. You know, potatoes aren't the enemy. Potatoes are really good for you. They have lots of potassium, they have lots of good carbs, and I think they're a really great healthy part of a diet. So yeah, anyways, you can also ask for vegetables, like steamed vegetables. With your entrees, look for ones that have lots of fruits or vegetables, and look for entrees that are made with whole grains, right? So we want at least half of our grains to be whole grains. All right, let's see what we have in the comments. Oh yeah, potatoes with the skin. Yes, but the skin on potatoes is full of nutrients, if you didn't know. For those who like to take all the skin off. Okay, good ideas. Oh, we have more options even. Okay, so pasta dishes aren't the enemy either, right? Pasta dishes can be loaded with really great proteins like chicken or like shrimp, and really great vegetables like tomato sauces and other vegetables they want to add in. But we do kind of want to limit or avoid those cream sauces like Alfredos, things like that. Foods that are baked, grilled, broiled, poached, or steamed. Those are your key words that you really want to look at if you're trying really hard to choose all of those healthy options. And then look for foods that are cooked with less butter or oil. Sometimes even you can ask for them to cook with less butter or oil, depending on where you're at. All right, let's see. Wesley says many of the gluten-free pastas aren't bad. You're right. I like, there's this chickpea pasta or red lentil pasta. I think it's the red lentil pasta. It's literally just red lentils. And it's so good. And it's gluten-free, right? Yes, there's lots and lots of options. All right. Now let's talk about, we kind of talked about how big the portion sizes are when you eat out. So these are a couple ideas how to combat that. So like it was said earlier, take part of your meal home. Order an appetizer as an entree if you're really not that hungry. And oftentimes they're less expensive, and sometimes they're full of vegetables, and that's great. You can split it with somebody, and you can also share a dessert or not order a dessert because you're already stuffed, right? Or have your dessert at home. Yeah. Are there any other techniques you do to eat less when you want to? I think those cover the basics. Okay. Some people like even order kids meals. I don't know. Oh, don't order pop. Oh yeah, we're just getting that. You foreshadowed. Okay. Yes, at food places, definitely order the smaller size, not the like jumbo size. I don't even know what the super size. You don't need that, right? You don't need it. Nikki says, take a drink of water between bites, slow. Oh yes, so really enjoy what you're eating, that mindful eating tactic of don't just kind of, this fast food, you might even be eating in the car, right? You're just kind of mindlessly eating. You're in a hurry, you're ready to go to the next thing. So maybe if it's possible, slow down and take drinks between. Yeah, that's good. Let's see. Daniela says, I drink a full glass of water before I eat, so I get fully fasted. Yeah. And you stay hydrated. It does something to you when you like eat and drink at the same time, as opposed to only eating and drinking separately. So it actually helps with your digestion to drink before rather than during. Okay, so now that we're talking about water and not ordering pop, let's talk about what other things you can get lots of extra calories and sugar from with no nutrients. So that is beverages. Usually when we eat out, we do drink pop. I'm from the Midwest, so pop. So that's okay. I don't want you to feel bad for drinking pop. It's just the amount in the frequency that we're drinking it at. If we're drinking it every day, probably not a great idea. So when we are eating out, it is a good idea to drink water, to choose water, maybe low-fat milk, or 100% juice. That's the key, is 100% juice, not like 5% juice with added sugar. It's just sugar water. So the key to this is just, stay hydrated and less sugar, right? So I think you all kind of are on board with that. Oh, I have comments. Okay, Rose says, what if you order coffee with your food? Okay, coffee. Okay, so not all coffee is created equal, right? Is it coffee with a ton of milk and sugar and syrup? Or is it like coffee with like a splash of cream? So, kind of have to weigh that out. Unsweet iced tea, yeah. So coffee and tea are good options, especially, when you need to pick me up and a lot of times you think about pop for the added caffeine and to wake you up. But really it crashes you because of all that sugar. So coffee and tea, unsweetened, are really great options. Okay, so we're gonna do this really fun activity called blubber burgers. I'm not actually using an actual bun, but hold on, let me get this set up. I'm just gonna use a paper plate. It's just a demonstration. So I'm just gonna use the paper plate as my bun. Move this back a little bit. And we're gonna start with the Burger King French fries. I have it listed out here on the PowerPoint. It has 540 calories and 5 teaspoons of fat. So let's see here.
If you want to unshare your screen so you can show up larger,
Oh, okay, hold on.
then people might be able to see that better if you're able to.
Am I big now? Okay, cool. Okay,
A little bit bigger.
a little bit bigger. Okay. Well, so I have this Crisco here. What does it remind you of, the consistency? You can write it down. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you. It's like frosting. So like frosting is literally fat, right? With sugar. So I'm just using this to symbolize the fat. So we're talking about a Burger King large French fry. So this is 1 teaspoon about, and I'm just gonna put it on this plate, and I'm gonna represent to you how much fat is in this 1 fry. 2, 3, 4, and it's a little messy. Edit it over here. Okay. So let's pile it up, make it more visual. Okay. That is 5 teaspoons of fat. This is in 1 large Burger King French fry, okay? Just so you know. So feel free to make comments about this in the comments while I prepare the next one. We're gonna go through a few of these different fast food common items. Okay. Let's see. Okay, a McDonald's Big Mac has 540 calories and 6 teaspoons of fat. So 1 more teaspoon than the French fry. So I'll do that one as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Definitely messy. Hold on. Okay. So this is, again, the McDonald's Big Mac with 6 teaspoons of fat. This is an estimate about because I didn't have an actual teaspoon, but 6 spoonfuls of fat. Now, when you go out and order fast food, are you just eating fries or just a burger? No, you order both because it's a combo, right? So this is what it is. And now this is just talking about fat, okay? So this is what we want to talk about with when you're eating at home, you're not usually eating as much fat as you are when you're eating out. It's just how it is. That's how they make their food. So just a visual to keep that in mind. I'm not going to go into the Subway sandwich. The Subway sandwich, I'll just show you. It's a 6-inch ham sandwich, has 290 calories and 1 teaspoon of fat. So that's not terrible. And you do see that there's lots and lots of opportunity for vegetables. So that's what we're looking for when we're eating out, is opportunity for added vegetables. And then the McDonald's chicken nugget 10-piece has 460 calories and about 6 teaspoons of fat. So that's the same amount as a Big Mac. Again, you don't really just eat chicken nuggets and not with the fries and not with the pop. So again, all of that adds up really, really fast. That's also why we want to kind of limit how many times we eat out at fast food places, or try really hard to choose those healthy options. Okay, let's see about the comments. Okay. Marshall says it's okay to have 500 calories but less fat. Yes, okay, good point. Thank you for bringing that up, because I don't want you to be focusing on how like a stickler for calories, okay? That's not like the big focus. It's about what those calories entail, because we do need to eat calories, right? That's how we live and that's how we get our energy. We need to think about how that's composed. So if it's mostly calories from fat, then yeah, we kind of want to step away from those and see how we can add more nutrients and whole grains and fiber and vitamins and minerals, all those things, right? Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Share screen, share screen. Share sound. Okay. Okay, so again, that's what we just did, the Blueberry Burger. And then let's see. Okay, we kind of mentioned this, Nikki brought it up, you know, kind of slowing down. I really want to emphasize this enjoy. So really enjoy what you're eating. Eat slowly and stop when you're full. You know, it seems simple, but it's really not. So really, this is mindful eating. I don't know if you've heard of that before, mindful eating or intuitive eating, really listening to your body, and enjoying every bite, tasting your bite, not just like swallowing it and, you know, mindlessly going about your day, which, you know, happens. But it's also not a bad thing to eat out, right? So when you do eat out, and if you are eating out as a treat, you know, really enjoy it as a treat, or just as, you know, exercising that right to choose a healthier option. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay. Let's see. My chat box went away. Oh, here we go. Let me pull that up real quick. Okay. So what is one change you might make regarding eating out? I actually can't see my chat box at all. Oh, so Kaylee, if you wanna,
Nikki said, limit sauces and choose smaller sizes.
okay. Good.
We'll see if there's some more comments.
Yeah, I have no clue what happened to that chat box.
Daniela said, look for vegetable opportunities.
Yes. Good. Yes, exactly.
Dana says, leave out the pop and fries.
Mm-hmm. And even see what you can substitute the fries for. Like, I know at McDonald's you can do like apple slices or something, or like carrot sticks or things like that. Because it's a lot of times, I want to interject here, it's a lot of times not like just leaving things out, it's also adding all of those really good things in, like fruits and vegetables and whole grains.
And Marshall says, order fast because my mom rushes me, and the smiley face. And then
Yeah.
Karina said, McDonald's also has sugar-free coffee.
Oh yeah, there you go. Those are all great things. I'm really happy that you all are thinking about it. Okay, so let's
then-
move. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Rose said, ask if there is a health option available, a
Mm,
healthy option.
yeah, exactly. Secret menu. All right, this is something I just want you to think about to yourself. What will make this hard for you and your family? This being eating healthy or choosing the healthy options, and think about how you might overcome this. Great. Okay, so now I have this video. It's a really short video. I've been experimenting with TikTok. I'm not super great at it, so be kind. This is just parsnip and carrot fries. If you're looking for fast food at home, I mean, I always love doing this. You can do it with any kind of root vegetable. You can do it with just potatoes, right? Potatoes or fries, but you can make them beet fries, parsnip fries, carrot fries, sweet potato fries. It's like endless. So this is just one way to do it. So I'm going to play this video. It's going to have really quiet sound because, okay. Okay, so then you can, did everyone see that? Oh, screen sharing has stopped. Oh, something's going on. Okay. Anyways, you can dip those in any kind of sugar-free, low sodium kind of dipping that you really want. The options are endless. You can make avocado dip, guacamole, anything like that. So you have the world of options when you make those at home, right? Okay. So with that, that's all I have for you. I do want to follow up with some housekeeping things. Thank you to all of you who showed up. I really appreciate it. I know it's a lot to take out of your day. I hope you learned something, and we do have incentive items for attending, so a little prize for attending. Nikki has them at the office and at her office, and they are containers, kind of like lunch containers with that you can use any way you want, but they have like,
They have multiple compartments,
yeah,
kind of
there
like
we
a
go.
bento
Okay, it's
box. And they
that's
have a
just
little
like that.
fork and spoon, I believe, in the lid. So
Yes.
kind of cute. Or knife and fork, I should guess.
Yeah, I don't know why I was having a hard time explaining that, but yes, that is yours to keep and use, and hopefully help you with those really hard to go situations where you're really rushed for time. Help you maybe prep food a little bit more, whatever you really want to use it for. Along with this, I would love all of you to fill out a survey. In order to get that incentive item, you have to fill out the survey. So there are two options of how you can fill it out. It's a paper form in the office when you go to pick up the incentive item. Or if you really can't come to the office, there is an online survey and Nikki would send that to you. So, yeah.
So I'll send that to your email as soon as we're done here too. So if you want to do the online one, and then we can figure out a way to get the boxes to you. So you don't have to come to Coeur d'Alene if you're not near here.
Yeah. Yeah, and those surveys are really just to help us in our organization because we're funded by grants just to keep this going. Oh, there's a puppy. Oh, so sweet. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Feel free to contact Nikki if you have more questions, and she'll reach out to me. Yeah, that's all I have for you.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.